Ariana's on the phone today for a second date. You know, Ariana should consider herself lucky because most dudes, when they go out on a first date, are trying to score the big O. Her dude, just trying to score a Big Mac. I'm loving it. Because that's all they did. They went to McDonald's and then went for a walk in the park. And now she's not getting a call back and we have no idea why.
And you said, I mean, in all of it, nothing seemed to go wrong and you guys just clicked. I'm just hoping that this is finally a second date where there's a real reasonable explanation. Like he's been in the hospital for a couple weeks or something. I don't know.
That's not true.
You think maybe he didn't like your food choice? Maybe you ordered the wrong thing at McDonald's? That's his big test?
Well, I did hear they have breakfast all day now, so maybe I did mess up.
Maybe you did. Or maybe you got the filet of fish, because anytime I see somebody get that, I'm like, serial killer, for sure.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah.
All right, I'm going to dial his phone number right now and see if we can figure it out for you. Here we go.
Hello?
Hey, is this Jerry?
Yeah.
Hey, Jerry, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke Jubal in the morning.
I'm sorry. Who is this?
Jubal from McDonald's.
Shut up. That's not true.
Wait, I'm sorry. I'm a little confused. What? This is Jubal
Yes.
from the morning show?
Yes, from Brooke Jubal in the morning, the radio show.
Okay. Hey, what's going on?
Hey, Jerry.
Hey, not much. How are
Thanks for
you?
listening.
I'm good. How are you guys?
Not too bad. Thank you for asking. A little hungry for no reason at all, but we can get to that later.
What's going on?
Somebody emailed us about a second date.
Okay.
Congratulations, Jerry.
Been on a date recently to the Golden Arches.
Oh, man.
Oh, you know exactly what McDonald's date we're talking about.
Are you serious right now?
Yes, Arianna is who I'm guessing you're thinking of. She's wondering why you're not calling her back after you took her on a beautiful date to McDonald's and a walk through the park.
Oh, my God.
So Jubal's actually kind of making fun, but she's had a great time.
I did too. I had a great time.
Oh, good.
So why
don't
aren't
call
you
her back
calling
then,
her
Jerry.
back? Yeah.
Well, I'm so embarrassed right now. Taking a girl to McDonald's is ridiculous. I get it, but believe me, I had something in the back of my mind, and I'm not like a wacko that just takes girls to McDonald's.
So you hold up. You took her to McDonald's for a specific reason.
Yeah, I did.
Wait, was there actually like some sort of weird McDonald's test that you were doing?
Kind of.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yes, kind of.
Jubal was joking about that earlier. I thought he was like being ludicrous.
No.
I thought I was too. What?
Listen, 5 years ago, if I would have met Arianna, like, she's awesome. But timing's kind of like everything, right?
So she's hot, but she's 5 years ago hot?
No.
No, it's not about that. She's beautiful. It's just, okay, so this is embarrassing, but my biological clock is ticking. I'm like in my mid-30s. I'm going to be pushing 40, and it's kind of, I don't know, it's just, I guess it's women that normally feel that way, but I feel like my clock is ticking, so I wanted to go to McDonald's. So we went, but in the back of my mind, I was kind of hoping that it would also propel us into a conversation about, like, kids.
What? Yeah, like having kids? Like you and her possibly having kids? Like if she's open to children?
Yes.
Whoa.
I mean, she told us that you said you wanted to take things slow.
Well, that's what you say, but, I mean,
But you wanted to get her pregnant right there in the drive-thru.
Oh, my God. Wait, so you think
That's what it sounds like.
in the back of my mind, I was like, I've been to that McDonald's before, and I always see kids, and it's all kind of fun for me. Like, I sit at McDonald's, and I'm not a creeper. I just...
Yeah, don't continue that sentence. Like, we get what you're about to say, but it's going to come off very creepy. So just move past that. You took her there to sit next to kids.
I'm not creepy here, but I wanted to take her to McDonald's because the kids were there, the playground, all of that, and I wanted to see if her motherly instincts would kick in.
What does that mean? Like she was going to punish a child for running when he's not supposed to indoors or something?
Or grab somebody else's baby and just start breastfeeding it? Like what?
I don't get it either.
How does that just kick in public like that?
No. Not like that at all. It's just, So we were having lunch, and there was this cute, like a brother and sister. They're playing, and the brother literally fell off the monkey bars. They had like a little jungle gym in there. He fell off 2 feet from us.
And?
It didn't faze her at all. Nothing.
Yeah, because
It's not.
Jerry, kids fall all the time. I have kids, and it doesn't faze me when they fall.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I went over and I was like looking for the mom, and the mom came over, and of course she helped out, but Arianna didn't do anything. It was like we were in a Seinfeld episode. Like, oh, that's a shame.
So you're saying because
the kids weren't really hurt and they just fell down.
Not hers.
You're saying that because she didn't help some strange child when the child fell on a playground, you think that she is not going to be a good mother?
No. I didn't say that. I was just looking for the instinct. My focus is on kids. If her instinct was to focus on kids, she would have done something, but that didn't happen. So, I don't know.
I feel like that's a really unfair judgment.
Look, I know what it's like to be on a first date. I've been on plenty of first dates. So I know on the date, I'm not going to ask her if she wants to have kids right away. You just don't do that.
Yeah.
So I was just thinking maybe if I saw something subconsciously, I would get a sense. I mean, that's how I feel.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. And I feel like women out of anyone would understand if you talked about your biological clock and those feelings.
Well, I really want to have kids now. Like, I want to have kids immediately.
When you say immediately, you're talking in the next 6 months?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Jeez.
Holy hell.
I don't think the timing works out on that anyway.
I don't want to be an old dad that's like 40 years old trying to, throw a football for my kid.
It just feels
Okay,
like
well,
you should have started this process a couple years ago or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Thanks for giving us the reason, Jerry. And just to let you know, Arianna is on the other line, and we can ask her right now if she's ready to get pregnant.
God.
Arianna, are you ready to have a baby with Jerry?
I knew this. Are you kidding me?
Hi,
I really don't want to do this, you guys.
You did it.
Hi, Jerry.
Hi, Arianna.
Hi.
Were you listening?
I was. I'm sorry.
Oh, my God. I feel like such an idiot right now.
No, I wish you'd just talked to me. I get it. I get the whole biological clock thing, and
You do?
I feel, and I feel a little
so
weird that like you didn't see that or whatever it was that you saw in me. You didn't see that I was motherly. I did a lot. Like, I've got younger brothers and sisters I told you about. I used to babysit. Like, I love kids.
Yeah, but there's a difference between loving kids and wanting to have them right this second.
I want to have kids. Like, in like.
You do?
Yeah, like, I don't know, like 2-3 years.
Hey.
What?
You know what? That timeline just doesn't work for me.
Jerry!
Why?
2-3 years with someone who is wonderful rather than 6 months with someone you barely know.
No, I'll be too old by then.
You won't.
Jerry, you
dude.
realize you don't actually have a biological clock? Like, your stuff's going to work.
Yeah.
George Clooney just had twins and he's like 86 or something, right? Like, that stuff stays fresh for a while, okay?
Good, man.
Your expiration date is late compared to ours.
Look, I know all of the biological stuff. I know it. But it's a physical thing for me. I don't want to feel old and have kids. I want to be youthful and vibrant and all of that stuff, and nothing can change that.
So 2-3 years is like too much for you. You need
Too much.
you need someone to. Wow.
But Jerry, how are you going to establish a good foundation of a relationship to have someone to parent with?
Good question, but I think there should be like a spark. That's what I was looking for. I was looking for that moment where it was like, oh my God, I can't wait to have kids. And that didn't happen for me. I just didn't feel that. It wasn't there. There was nothing that felt like kids now. Nothing.
Jerry, I think I already know the answer, but would you want to go out with Arianna on a second date again? We will pay for it.
I don't know. I just feel like the timing's off between us. That's too bad. But Arianna, if you're really nice, and I enjoyed being with you. So if like anybody, some girls around you that you know of that you could set me up with, I would entertain that.
What?
Are you just looking for a surrogate?
Wait, so you're rejecting me, but you want me to set you up with one of my friends who will have your child like this year?
Well, if it's not too much to ask, I would appreciate that.
It's not a big request at all, yeah. Not too much to ask.
I'm sorry, Jerry, but I guess my timeline isn't going to work for your request.
Well, thanks for doing the second date, Arianna. And Jerry, thank you for your time. Appreciate it.
Okay, well, you got it, guys. And I know you have a lot of listeners, so if you want to put the word out for me, I'm a really nice guy.
Do it right now. Text in 78592. Who wants to get pregnant by Jerry? We've heard a lot of very romantic dates for your second date. But today's second date, I think, might be the most romantic night out we've ever heard.
Oh, really?
Ever.
We've heard from people who have like rented out full castles and
I know.
helicopter rides. Like, what are you talking about?
I don't think anything can compare to today's second date, and I don't even want to spoil it. Like normally, I might say what the email was about, but I'm just gonna let Arianna tell us about it. Arianna, how are you?
Hi, I'm great. Thanks.
You should be great because man, this guy pulled out all the stops when he took you out.
I'm dying to know her, and it was the most romantic date ever.
Tell us about it. Tell us about your romantic date with what's his name, Jerry?
Yeah, Jerry took me to McDonald's.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were serious.
Oh my God, I thought so too. It could still be romantic.
Yeah.
You never know.
No, it can't.
Did he like rent out the whole McDonald's and do a little candlelit dinner because the McDonald's fries are your favorite?
Actually, it was much quieter than that. And we met online. He just seemed super nice. I'm looking for nice right now. And like we were talking, and he just sounded like a good guy. And so he's like, "Let's take it slow. Let's do lunch." And then he suggested McDonald's, which I balked at, but I was like, sure, let's see. But it was so sweet. Like we got Happy Meals. We sat by the playland. Like we talked about like growing up, like our backgrounds. And
I'm just saying, last time I was at McDonald's Playland, I literally watched a kid puke on his shoes.
And that's some people's romance right there. Could be a beautiful thing. Did he at least put like a candle in the bun of one of your burgers? So a little candle light?
No, nothing like that.
No.
I mean, I got a milkshake. I wanted a milkshake, and he bought me chocolate milkshakes. So that was sweet.
Hey, I will
Wow.
say, though, if he can go through a McDonald's date and leave you still smitten, then there is something special about this guy.
It was super sweet, like very nostalgic, just like, really like a good kind of place to talk about growing up. And I feel like I got a good feel for like his background and his family and like who he is.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, it was nice. And after we went to this park that was nearby, just walked around for a while, sat at a picnic table for like 30 minutes.
So basically, this is the most budget date ever. You're going to go to McDonald's, hit up the dollar menu, and then go for a walk in the park.
Like I was looking for a good guy, and he said he wanted to take it slow, and that's slow. But it was really it was pleasant. It was really nice. I had a great time with him. And I don't know, I haven't heard from him.
So what was the vibe from him on the date?
We just felt really comfortable. Like, we was really, we kind of talked very easily the whole time.
You should feel comfortable. You guys went on a date like somebody who's been dating for 15 years. Like, hey, you want to go get some McDonald's real quick?
He seemed really interested, in me. Like, he asked a lot of questions about me, too. It was definitely a two-sided conversation. And
it seems like he should be wowed by you. I mean, the stereotype is that girls want all this materialistic stuff on the dates, right? But you just really liked him for him.
Yeah, I feel that way, too.
How did things end?
So after we were at the park for about 30 minutes, he said he had to get back to work. And we just, had a big hug. He just gave him a nice hug. And then I texted him after and just, said, thanks for such a nice time. And he texted back, you're welcome, ! And then I haven't heard from him since.
Well, it does sound steamy, that's for sure. Big hug, and then you haven't heard anything, though.
No, for a week. And obviously it wasn't steamy, but it was super comfortable. It was really nice. I thought we,
Do you think, because he said he wanted to take it slow, that maybe he was coming out of a relationship and he just isn't ready to date?
I didn't get that vibe, no, but, we didn't get a lot into, recent relationship history. Mm-hmm. It was more, further back history. But, when we were talking online, it did seem like he was interested in meeting a good person, too, so.
Any awkward moments that you can think of?
the only thing I can think of is like when we went to order our food, I had the thought of offering to pay, but then I thought, I mean, it's McDonald's, you know, it's not, I'm not putting him out.
Right.
I let him pay for me. But then I thought, well, maybe I should have offered to pay, but I don't know. I can't imagine that would ruin it.
Right.
I
And
don't
if
know.
it did, like, that's like splitting hairs, man.
Yeah.
The total was $7.
Yeah.
Why did you not split that with me? Well, we'll see if that is actually the reason. We'll play a song, come back, and then call him and get your second date, all right?
Thanks.
Okay, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
The dating world is a lot like playing a video game. Unless you have a cheat code, you're probably going to lose.
Wow. That's depressing.
You're going to
wish
spend
there was a cheat
hours and hours and hours in front of a game machine, pumping quarters into it and just watching it take and take and take.
Preach, brother.
And take everything that you have until you lose and walk away. And before you know it, you spent 4 years of your life trying to win this video game. It doesn't care one bit about you. And then you go back the next day and somebody else is there pressing its buttons.
Wow, that just
But,
got really...
Enough about me. We're talking
Depressing.
about Ronald, who's on the phone right now to do a second date update. And apparently he actually went on a date to a video game arcade, and that's why I bring it up.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Ronald, how are you?
Hey, how's it going?
Wow,
Good.
Ronald, I thought you were just a really, really sad man about the state of dating right now.
Yeah, that's kind of his issue. That's completely different than what I experienced.
Okay, good. Good. There is hope out there for some people.
That's a Jubal flashback.
Yeah.
Yeah. So your email said that you went out with a girl to a video game arcade. Before we get into that, how did you meet her?
I actually met her on a new dating application I was trying out. Friend told me about it.
A dating application.
Fancy.
Well, you guys would probably know it as an app. App is short for applications.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So, all right. So you met her on this dating application. Did you guys talk a bunch before you went out, or did you just kind of meet and then go out?
We seemed to hit it off pretty good through the text. So, yeah, we went ahead and decided to meet up at an old school arcade venue. So we went in there and played some old school games like, Asteroids, and
Cool.
they had all the ones. It was really fun. It was a really cool place.
Did you allow her to win, or did you destroy her?
Well, actually, I'm a little bit competitive, but, I didn't want to, freak her out or anything. So, yeah, I kind of let her win a little bit, but I don't know, it just started, eating away at me just slowly as the points were rising. I was like, oh, my God, this is terrible. I was like, oh, I just felt like such a loser.
You feel
What?
like a
Okay, wait,
loser.
slow
You're
down.
a date.
One, why would you feel like a loser for not winning a video game?
I don't know, because I was looking around and everybody was, playing, and it was like the heavy competition thing started creeping in. There was a lot of couples there, and, most of the time the guy was winning. I was like, oh, my gosh, I'm like the only loser here that's losing to a female here.
So you actually,
Wow.
you were taking it seriously that you were losing. By the way, I guarantee none of those people were watching you. If you felt like they were watching you.
You weren't there, man. They were absolutely watching me. They kept glancing over and kind of gesturing to each other. I saw one lady kind of nudge her boyfriend, like, oh, my God, look at
What?
this. It's embarrassing.
Well,
You sound like an intense man.
Yeah, I'm definitely a little intense. I guess she thought so, too.
She thought so? Did she comment on it?
Yeah, she made a little comment. We were playing Pac-Man, and I'd almost tied us up, and I guess the controller kind of got stuck or something, and I couldn't swerve around a corner, and I got eaten. And in a momentary loss of judgment, I kicked the machine pretty hard.
Oh, dude.
So you're freaking out on the machine. That's awesome.
I'll kill you.
Not only that, but it sounds like every time you're losing, you have something else to blame besides, I don't know, your own lack of skills.
No, the controller stuck. It wasn't my fault at all. It was one of those old-school arcade games. Those kids have been beating up on the machine all day.
course.
Yeah,
It's
people.
sticky.
So the thing is, people kick those things and then they get ruined.
Whatever, it wasn't that big a deal. I mean, it happened. She didn't seem absolutely freaked out by it.
Absolutely freaked out.
Just a
But
little.
the manager of the store actually was a little upset. He actually walked over and kind of scolded me like a little kid, which is a little embarrassing.
Oh, really?
Not cool.
So wait, you went out to an arcade where you proceeded to get beat and then took it out on a machine, and you're wondering why this woman isn't calling you back?
Well, yeah, but I mean, hold on. It gets better. Trust me. It's going to get better. So,
Okay. Better.
Better in a good way or better like you ruined this date even more?
no. It was a good turnaround.
Okay.
Okay, what happened?
So, we're sitting there playing, and she kind of laughed about the manager. Seemed to, kind of turn her on a little bit,
Oh,
Oh, 'cause-
bad boy, huh?
Yeah.
Give her the bad boy thing, and I just played it off like whatever.
Yeah.
And, so next thing I know, we're actually behind one of the pinball machines making out.
Whoa.
Wait, what?
What?
Wow.
She made out with you behind a pinball machine?
Yeah, I guess it got her a little hot, just kind of being the defiant, rebellious type.
That'll happen, man. You know what I mean? When you say screw the system, I'm going to kick this game if I want to. Who made the move to make out? You or her?
Well, I made the first move, duh. I mean, I'm a pretty badass guy.
Oh.
Sounds like
I don't go out too often, so, when I do, I go for the kill.
it. Okay.
We lock lips, and next thing you know, I mean, we're just like all up and down each other's throats. So.
Wow.
I really misjudged this whole story.
Nice make out in the arcade.
I'll let you know.
How did the date end after your romance in the arcade?
It ended pretty good, actually, on a good note, because the manager actually saw us again. He walked by to change out the quarters or whatever in a machine, and he saw us making out. And then he came up and told us that we had to get out of there. And I was like, f this place anyway. So I grabbed her hand and walked out the front door.
So,
You're outta here.
wait,
So
he
wait.
kicked you out because he saw you making out?
Right.
But you were making out in an arcade in midday.
I know, pretty badass, huh?
I think so, Ronald.
Yeah.
Well, why do you think she's not calling you back then if you guys had such a hot, steamy romance in the arcade?
Well, we got back to my place, and, the whole time we were pretty much, a lot of physical contact. It felt
Oh,
like,
wow. It's still going. I thought you were done after the arcade.
no, I wasn't about to let the date end. I took it back to my place.
Oh.
Wow.
Hey.
Right.
Wow.
I
So-
misjudged you completely at the
Me
beginning
too.
of this call.
I don't know what's happening.
You got swag.
So what happened back at your place then?
We pretty much picked up where we left off at the arcade, on a horizontal level. Exciting.
You guys hooked up?
We didn't go all the way, but, we messed around quite a bit, and then at one point she just totally stopped on me, and I was kind of sitting there like, okay, got us all hot and bothered here, and then she's wanting to take off. I didn't quite understand, everything seemed like it was going really good. She was turned on. I don't know what it was.
Yeah. Well, sometimes when a girl's around a guy like you, they can't trust themselves, so they got to get out of the situation,
That's what I'm talking about.
So maybe that was it. How many times have you tried to get a hold of her since she left your place?
Quite a few times. I tried through the dating app twice, and, I let a couple days go by. I just started to call her cell phone number and still didn't get any answer.
Okay.
And do you want to date her, or do you just want to finish what you guys started?
Yeah, definitely.
Which
Yeah,
one?
definitely. What?
Well, both preferably.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, okay?
I appreciate it much.
Yeah, man. Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just tuning in for the second date update, Ronald is on the phone. And this isn't your grandma's Ronald. No, this Ronald is a certified badass. Kicking computer games and taking names. No respect for authority whatsoever. That's the Ronald we know. If you were just listening, we talked to Ronald about his first date with a girl named Julia. They went out, they went to an arcade. He got in trouble because he kicked one of the video games there, and the manager said, hey, don't kick our video games. And then he got up from that video game with his date and then pushed her against a pinball machine. They started making out, and then they got kicked out of the arcade for making out. But it didn't stop there. They went back to his house and even made out a little bit more on his bed before she just couldn't take anymore and had to leave. All right, Ronald, are you ready to give her a call and find out why she would stop the action?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I'm not even going to guess on this one because I thought for sure it was because you were kind of a lunatic when it came to video games and she didn't like you, but she ended up back at your place, so I know nothing.
I know how to bring them home. What can I say?
Yeah, apparently you do, sir.
That's right, Ronald. Let's do this. Let's see why she wouldn't be calling you back, big dog.
I know you're just joking, but real life, I'm kind of a badass.
Okay.
I know. I'm not saying that you're not, Ronald. I just think that should be your theme song. Okay, here we go. I'm going to dial their phone number.
Dial her up. Let's quit around. Let's do this.
Let's do it.
Okay, Ronald means business.
Here we go.
Hello.
Hi, is Julia there?
Hi, this is she.
Hey, Julia, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
I'm sorry, who?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show?
Okay.
Nothing? Okay. Do you want to know why I'm calling you?
I would love to know.
I'm calling you because you recently went out on a date with a guy, and he emailed us seeing if we could get you on the phone.
Uh-oh.
Have you been on a lot of dates recently?
No, not too many. I mean, I feel like I do maybe 2 per week. I try not to overwhelm myself.
Okay. Well, this one was with a guy named Ronald, and you went to an arcade.
Yes.
All right.
I
So,
definitely remember that one.
do you remember your date with Ronald?
Oh, I do.
All right. Well, Ronald emailed us because he thought you guys had a great time, but he says that you're not getting back to him, and he'd like to go out with you again. So he asked if we could maybe get you on the phone and find out what went wrong. He told us that the date went awesome. He even told us that you guys were making out and stuff, so it's kind of confusing.
Wow, that's private.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know how Ronald is. Not a whole lot's private with Ronald, I feel like.
Oh, my gosh.
But you liked him, right? Like you were into the date, obviously.
I mean, he had this whole, like, tough guy facade going, and in a way I appreciated it because I thought, oh, like, he's trying to impress me, you know? I thought that was kind of cool.
Do you mean him getting kicked out of an arcade for kicking a machine and then making out with you?
Whoa, he told you guys everything.
Yeah, he did. You liked that, though.
That part, yes.
Really? It didn't make you feel like you were in junior high all over again and dating some teenager?
No, it felt, I don't know, it felt really risky and, like, fun and thrilling. So I thought, yeah, I'll go with it. It was fun.
Okay, so you enjoyed making out with him there, and did you enjoy the make-out session when you went back to his place?
Wait, why are you asking me? It sounds like he told you everything already.
He pretty much did. But the reason that we're confused is you were making out with him, and then you stopped and left.
Yeah, he had no idea. Like it was out of the blue.
So we're wondering why you don't want to go out with him again if you were, like, all into it.
Well, what he did was out of the blue.
What did he do?
It's really embarrassing for him, not me.
Okay.
I don't want to say it on the radio.
No, I definitely think you should.
If it's embarrassing for him, he's the one that set up this whole phone call. Like, he's the one that's putting your business out on the radio. So we've already talked to him, and he says he doesn't care. He just wants to know why you won't call him back.
Well, if you must know,
Yes.
we were, we were really into it. Like, we were making out. It was good. It was fine. And then all of a sudden, he was touching my boobs, and he honked it and said, "Woohoo!"
Wait, what? Did you just say he honked your boob?
Yeah, only one of them. He honked my left boob and said, "Woohoo!"
Did he? Wait.
Was he trying to be funny?
I don't know. It's almost like he didn't even know he did it. He didn't acknowledge it.
What?
He
Wait,
didn't
hold
call
on.
attention to the fact that he said woohoo.
No, and I mean so I stopped because I thought, okay, he's throwing in a joke while we're getting hot and heavy, which I think is lame. But I was like, whatever. He's just trying to be funny. It's okay. But he definitely was not joking, and just continued. Like, he didn't miss a beat. Like, I don't know if he knew he did it.
But it's like, I mean, to be kind of on his side, he has one bad moment in a long, sounds like, makeout session. You couldn't get past a little boob honk?
I mean, a honk is one thing, but going woohoo along with it, that just kind of put me over.
I could see how that would kill the mood. That would
He's
have been followed up
celebratory.
by a yippee if you'd have let him do other things, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, okay, he's got like a list of these little celebratory chants that he does. I don't want to stick around for the night.
Okay, so
So why
that's
did-
when you stopped and took off?
Right.
Oh, the bad boy wasn't so bad anymore.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you tell him that was a turnoff to you?
because he seemed so oblivious to it that I thought, let me just run now.
Yeah, why waste the time and have a conversation?
Yeah. I mean, for me, it was like, this is a first date. I'm just going to stop now and then never talk to him again.
Okay, well, I do have bad news for you then, because he's actually on the other line listening and wants to have at least one more conversation with you.
Whoa, what?
Yeah. Ronald, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm sorry you had to hear that.
Yeah, but you're exaggerating a little bit. I mean, I grabbed it, but I didn't say woo-hoo. The most I said was woo.
It doesn't matter if you said woo or woo-hoo. It's just strange to hear those noises while we're in the middle of something like that. This isn't a sport where you're going to win something.
So what? I like to spice things up. It was my natural reaction, I was going for it.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I kind of agree with Ronald.
Really?
Julie, yeah, I don't know. It takes a while for two people to learn their likes and dislikes in the romantic sense, and I don't think you gave him a shot. You don't like one thing and you turn him down?
I mean, maybe we're just different. If you would have had Ronald making out with you, honk your boob, yell woohoo, would you have gone on a second date with him?
There's a lot of reasons that I wouldn't have gone out with Ronald to begin with. But if I got to a point where he was honking my boob and I didn't like it, I mean, I would have told him and we probably would have continued making out. I don't know.
If he said woohoo in the middle of, yeah, right.
It's an excited thing. It's not like he was disappointed.
Yeah, but he sounds like a Simpsons character. Woo!
Like you guys are making fun of it, but she was into it at the time, She was moaning, like, So, yeah, I went for it.
Wow.
That wasn't moaning. That was me trying to hold back my vomit.
Okay.
Whatever. You liked it.
Chemistry is
All
good
right.
here.
Well, Julia, I would love to ask you this question. Would you like to go out on a second date with Ronald? We will pay for it.
I'm going to go with no.
Oh,
No?
that's so weird.
Really? Maybe grab your butt and get a Zoiks out of the whole deal.
Oh, gosh. Definitely not. I really don't want to feel like I'm on an episode of Mickey Mouse.
All right. Well, thank you for talking to us and being honest with us about your date. I appreciate that, Julia.
Sure, thank you.
You're welcome. And Ronald, I'm sorry. No second date for you.
That's all right. I can honk on somebody else.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Honk
Get
away,
after it
sir.
then, Ronnie.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
I'm going to text in at 78592 that says, I'm definitely over my quota today for hearing the term honk my boob. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning talking about today's second date update. If you missed it, Ronnie, as I like to call him, is a badass.
Yeah, he is.
And he wanted to call a girl named Julia who wasn't calling him back after their date. They went to an arcade, and Ronald talked about how cool he was when he got upset at playing Pac-Man and then kicked the machine. And the owner of the place came over and said, hey, please don't do that. And then he was like, dude, I was just showing her that I didn't care about anything. I don't care about authority. And then he pushed her up against the machine and started making out with her, which she liked. Yeah. And then they got kicked out of the place, basically. And he was like, dude, she was totally into me because I'm a badass. Well, it turns out she wasn't calling him back because when they got back to his place, they were messing around a little bit. And then he got to second base, and he honked her boob, and then went, woo, woo. Like, actually said woohoo, and that turned her off. Then she left and decided she doesn't want to see him again.
It all sounds like a story from junior high, from the arcade game, like
I'm surprised you didn't just
Rebel to the boob honk.
Yeah.
I still can't believe that was the thing that pushed her over. Like, there were so many things prior to that could have done the job.
Right? As soon as he starts to, like, get angry at a video game and start beating the crap out of it, you're like, all right, this guy is a little weird.
Red flag.
Somebody texted in at 78592 and said, thanks to Ronald, I have a new signature move whenever I touch a girl's boob. Woo!
Yeah, I think that it didn't work out for him. So you may want to take that into consideration before you pick it up as your signature move.
Somebody else said, I dated a guy who honked my boobs all the time like that.
I had one.
And now we're getting married in 3 weeks.
Really?
So it also could work out for you.
You know?
Hey.
It just depends on what you're into.
Yeah.
Remember,
Honking.
if
There's
you want
something for everybody.
to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show and we will call the person who didn't call you back. Somebody said, I just honked my girl's boobs because we're listening to you guys right now. Yeah. If you're with your girlfriend right now, just reach over. If you're carpooling to work or whatever, just honk her
Or
boob.
vice versa, girls. Reach
Honk
over
him
to
back.
your man.
There's a place you can honk too. Why not everybody do that in traffic right now?
No.
honk each other.
Hey, and if you're by yourself or you're in carpool,
Honk yourself.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, no way to get closer to your your coworkers than to
Honk each other and then honk the horn to let the people next to you know that you're honking each other. Everybody just get one big good honk in on a part of your friend's body right now.
I love a good
celebrate.
honk fest. Yeah, man.
All right, speaking of a honk fest, Young Jeffrey's Song of the Week is coming up at 8:10.
Moving 92.5.
We have a guy named Arlo on the phone for a second date. And Arlo, I saw your email and I read all about your date. And I think the most interesting part to me was that the girl got to your place early and you didn't let her in.
That's true.
I'm curious to hear about that. But first, tell me, what's the girl's name?
Dina.
Dina. Okay. Arlo, before we get too far into this, do you know why she's not calling you back, or are you totally mystified?
I think there could be a few things.
Okay. We got options.
A few.
I like to know that, Arlo.
Okay, so
Don't
let's...
go too far in.
We'll start at the beginning when she arrived early for the date. How early is early?
Yeah.
She was at least 15 minutes early.
Okay. So wait.
15?
15? That's not too early, bro. I thought you were talking like an hour or two.
Was the date hanging out at your house, or was she just meeting you there and you guys were going somewhere?
Right, exactly. We were meeting there and then going out.
Okay.
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 Yeah, that's always a good plan.
But you would still plan for her to come up to your apartment or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I always run late, so I hate people that are early.
Yeah,
personally.
me too.
So what did you say? What did you tell her when she got there?
I just said, like, hey, I'm sorry, I'm not ready. Do you mind coming back in a little bit?
Coming back? Why don't you just say, I'll be right down. Give me 5.
Honestly, I wasn't really thinking. It just came out of my mouth.
Got it.
Okay.
That is
So you shut the door on her?
Like a solicitor. No thanks.
Do you have an appointment?
Yeah.
Wait, what did she say to this?
To me, it sounded kind of like she didn't know what to say, but she'd say okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure
Okay.
she didn't know what to say.
Yeah.
This is an interesting strategy. Keep the girl waiting before the date even starts.
That'll
Like
make her in
it.
a really good mood.
It's
Yeah.
It's not even waiting. It's sending her home. Telling her to come back.
Giving her a new task.
So was it like 15 minutes later you guys then started your date, or what?
Yeah, she came back actually probably like a half hour later, which was, honestly, that was fine with me because I did need a little bit more time.
Okay.
Can I just, what were you doing?
Just had like a bunch of stuff I had to do before I got
Okay.
ready.
Yeah, bro,
Prepping yourself.
don't ask a man what he was doing.
Oh,
Yes,
sorry,
bro.
Jeffrey.
We don't know. We have no idea. Okay, why are you asking all these questions?
Ever, we never know.
Just let us be. So what did you end up doing for the actual date, Arlo?
So we had talked before about how much we like breakfast food, and I knew a little cafe down the street that served breakfast.
Okay, win. That's a great date idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're walking, and she's quiet. We're not talking. I wasn't sure if, obviously, she could have been upset for the wait or if she was just hangry, I guess is what you would say.
Yeah.
We're not starting things off very well.
No.
Yeah, did pancakes and bacon fix anything?
Well, it was still like awkwardly quiet, so I tried to break the ice by talking about bad dates, like a history of bad, like
Oh, no.
History of what?
A
Bad dates.
A bad date.
I see. He's trying to make her remember other worse dates than this one so that this one comes off looking good.
You know, I actually don't think it's bad. Like, self-deprecating humor can be really funny,
But
right?
humor is all about delivery. So if he's like, hey, at least I didn't stab you like some other dates, right?
Yeah, I made the last date wait 2 hours.
Yeah. It's all about delivery. So
Yeah, this sounds really fun.
Did she laugh?
yeah, she laughed at my story.
What was your story?
This one time I went out with this girl, and when I met up with her, she was just like, I just want you to know that my dad's in the mafia, so you better treat me right.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my God.
Okay.
Do you think she was telling the truth, or was she just trying to scare you into a good date?
Well, the next day there was a horse's head in my bed.
Shut up.
No.
Get out
No,
of
no,
here.
no,
He's
no.
lying.
Oh, okay. But you are funny.
He's got
You
a
got
sense
some
of
humor. All right.
I like it.
What about...
And it's good, too, because, like, you're admitting, like, I understand that things are not going the way I want them to.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
Like, and that's a good thing to do.
Yeah.
But you're not oblivious.
All a woman wants is to admit that you're wrong sometimes.
Yeah.
What was her story?
She said something about like a date that she had with this guy where they were going to go to a concert. And when she got there, the guy, he had a girlfriend that he invited.
Wow.
And then I guess the guy, to make matters worse, he asked the two of them to kiss.
Yeah, didn't see that coming. Yeah.
Look at the guys in the room.
Yeah.
I thought you guys were supposed to be talking about bad dates, not the best dates.
It sounds like you're getting things back on track on this date, maybe.
Yeah, you know, it was good to kind of relate, I think. You know, I know obviously first dates are usually awkward anyways, and we got to talking, but then the food came out, and it was kind of bad timing because the food's so good that you didn't want to talk. All you want to do is eat.
Just scarf.
Oh,
man,
yeah.
I feel it,
Plus,
dude.
she waited a really long time because of you.
Yeah.
She was starving. Good point, Alexis.
Okay. So how did this date end?
So we finished eating, and after the check came out and all that, I asked her if she wanted to just come back to my place.
Oh, like right then.
Yeah, like even longer, just to keep the date going.
Keep the awkward silence alive.
Yeah.
Hey, do you want to come back to my house and just not talk?
Yeah.
There we go.
What'd you
Same,
say?
you
That's
are
really funny.
He's charming.
Yeah.
Well, she actually said she already had plans.
Yeah.
Oh, who makes plans after a date?
Well,
That's
to be
why.
fair, it was 30 minutes later than it was supposed to be starting. So after 2 hours together.
And sometimes you always make plans after a date. That way, one, you can cut it off when it's like leave them wanting more type situation.
Okay.
Or if it's bad, you have an excuse to get out.
Totally.
I always leave the night open because I always
I know.
think I'm getting
I
laid,
know.
you
And do the women usually have plans?
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. It's all starting to make sense now.
All right. So she turned you down for that. Did you end it with a kiss, a hug, anything?
Just like a normal friendly hug.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, that's good.
That's
least,
okay.
You know, at least you didn't completely
I mean,
disgust her. She
normally that wouldn't be great at the end of the date, but you guys came a long way to get there.
yeah.
All right. So let's play a song. We are a little bit early here, so you're going to have to wait 30 minutes.
No,
But then we'll come back and we'll call Dina and try and get you a second date, okay?
Perfect.
All right, hold on. Hey, Arlo?
Yeah.
Look, I know I said I'd come back after the song to do your second date, but I'm not quite ready yet.
Oh.
All right, I need a little extra time. Can you just hold, please?
Okay, Jeffrey, we
music.
don't have time for this.
Okay.
I know it's
I see what
funny.
you're trying to do, but
I'm busy, okay? Just hold on.
Oh
You're not
my
doing
god.
anything.
He just
You're literally like looking at your computer screen right
I
now.
just got to prep. Just give me a second.
You're prepping. Oh, that is.
All right, we're back for your second date. Arlo, was I worth the wait?
I can totally relate to not being ready, so.
yeah,
Mm.
of course you can,
so that didn't
Arlo.
work.
What a
You're the only man in
coincidence.
the room that understands what Jeffrey just went through.
Well, just to recap, Arlo started his date on the wrong foot, we think, because the girl showed up to his place 15 minutes early, and he told her, no, come back later. He was busy.
Yeah.
So 30 minutes went by, and then the girl came back. They ended up having some awkward silence on the walk to the restaurant. Talked about bad dates from their past, and then had a pretty quiet meal, too. So he's not getting a call back, and we're going to try and help him figure out why.
Yeah, that would be great. I'm trying to figure it out myself.
Yeah, I mean, I just think this one boils down to a bad first impression.
Yeah.
Maybe she
Yeah,
got home,
totally.
she started thinking about the date, and like that stuff just kept popping in her mind.
I also think if we can get you a second date, Arlo, the best advice I could give you would be to be 15 minutes late to even out this whole conundrum of
No,
being
you need
early
to
and
be
late.
you need to be early.
No, because she was early, so if
Okay,
he's
there-
late, then they
it's-
meet in the middle. Trust
His
me, 30
don't
minutes
don't
late.
how that
please do
works.
not follow Jose's math.
You know.
Just show up on time.
Okay, there we go. Let's move forward.
All right. Are you ready to do this, Arlo?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to call Dina right now and get your second date. Actually, you know what? Can just wait one more second. Hold,
No,
please.
oh my God, Jeffrey.
Dude,
Sorry, I had to readjust there. Okay. Here we go.
readjust.
Let's do your second date update.
Hello,
Hi, I'm looking for Dina.
this is Dina.
Hey, Dina. My name's Jeffrey from the radio show Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning. How are you doing?
I'm okay.
Okay,
That's good.
That's good. That's a good start, Dina. Hi.
We're hoping you have a second to chat with us a little bit.
Sorry, what is this for?
It's for a segment that we do on our show called a second date. It's where if you go out with someone and afterwards if that person isn't calling you back, you can email us and we'll reach out to them for you to try and help you figure out the reason why.
Oh, great.
That's so genuine.
Yeah, I
No.
really liked your response.
It's more
Dina.
fun than it sounds. I promise, Dina.
I mean, and it does mean that someone really liked you. So that's always a positive.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
They're going the extra mile to try to see you again.
Yeah, that's fine.
You busy over there?
Fine?
That's fine. Okay. Well, can I tell you a little bit about the guy who emailed us? His name's Arlo.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Uh-oh.
This is just getting better for you.
No, not Arlo. It's an A in there.
Were you hoping for
Okay.
somebody else?
I was hoping not to have to talk about Arlo.
Okay.
Oh, that doesn't
okay.
sound good.
Well, Arlo emailed us and told us all about the day that you guys spent together, and he had a lot of nice things to say about you, and now he's a little bit confused about why you're not reaching out to him.
I mean, I'm surprised he's confused. I think it's kind of obvious.
Whoa.
I mean, he told us that maybe he didn't make the best first impression and there was some awkward silence and stuff in the beginning of the date.
Is that all he said?
No, he told us that you showed up 15 minutes early, and he asked you if you could come back a little bit later.
Did he tell you why?
Well, he said he was busy.
Yeah, he said
Which
he was doing stuff.
I'm surprised that you came back because
real.
that is such a weird request. Instead of just saying, hey, can you wait 5 minutes? I'll be down in a minute.
Yeah, if he had said that, it probably would have been better, but
Whoa.
he just made it so weird.
How?
So I got there early and I came back like a half hour later. And when we actually met up and started talking, he was like, yeah, sorry about that. I just had to do what guys do.
What does that mean?
I hope it doesn't mean what I'm thinking it means.
Please say it's like play video games.
My mind was either pooping
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
or something else in the bathroom.
Oh, a different type of preparation before a date. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. And so I was like, well, I'm just going to hope it was pooping.
Yeah.
It's not a good sign when that's your best option.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, please be pooping.
Maybe he was nervous and like foot and mouth type of moment, right?
I mean, maybe, but my immediate reaction, I was just like, pooping? And he was like,
Oh.
no, not that.
Wow.
Not helping the
Okay.
case.
I figured
He's-
it out.
Did he
a
say it in that same tone? Like, not that one.
Yeah.
Guess
Yeah.
again.
That's the
Jeez.
tone that made her understand.
Oh, God.
That tone is so creepy.
Is.
Yeah, it is.
it, bruh?
It is.
It is.
I mean, where do you even go from there in a conversation?
Yeah,
like
you
you
don't.
literally have just met someone in the
Yeah.
first 5 minutes. You're finding out a lot.
Yeah, you're like,
Yeah.
okay then.
Yeah, that's why the conversation was so awkward and there was so much silence. Like, I didn't know what to say after
I
that.
imagine he's like skipping down the
Yeah.
street. like a
Oh
great
my
mood.
god.
It's a hard jumping off point for the conversation.
Right.
Yeah, that's awkward.
I mean, what do you turn it to? So, you like bacon for dinner?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. So are you saying from that moment on, it just ruined it for you and the date never got better?
At the end, it got a little better. We
Okay.
started having fun talking about like, bad dates, past.
Okay.
You're like, yeah, I went out with this guy named Arlo once.
Yeah.
Awkward.
Well, I mean, at least that's a good sign.
Yeah,
And
it
maybe
is.
things were getting back on track.
Yeah, but then it came time to pay the bill.
Okay.
And
Uh-oh.
he asked if I wanted to go back to his place, which I think personally is just kind of creepy on a first date period, but it's the way he did it. He said, so I think I'm recovered from earlier. You want to go back to my place?
Oh, no.
Literally say anything but that.
Oh, what a
my
charmer.
Oh, no wonder you said no. I mean,
I didn't even say no. I just knew I was never going to see him again.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
I mean, honestly, I don't even know why he called us. If it sounds like he was just looking for a hookup that night.
I don't know. I mean, look, Dina, maybe you'll never see him again, but you will have to hear him again. Because I need to tell you, he's been on the other line listening and he wants to talk to you.
He heard this?
Yeah.
He needed to hear it, Dina. This is a good lesson, okay?
Arlo, you there?
I'm here.
Arlo, what are you doing?
Don't ask that. Oh, my God.
Bro.
2 hands on the phone,
I
please.
just mean, like...
Arlo, explain yourself, is
Yes.
what we're trying to say.
Thank you, Jeffrey.
Oh.
So no one in the studio.
No,
Well,
again.
You
again,
really
no.
did this? You actually told her, or at least hinted at her, what you were doing?
I mean, she asked. I wasn't gonna lie to her.
Oh
I
my
mean,
God.
He's honest.
You don't have to lie. You just don't bring up that specific activity.
You could have just said, I was busy.
I was though. I was really busy.
Okay. No, we get it, man.
Dina, are you even still there?
Yeah, I'm here, and he's not making it better.
So, I mean, Arlo, I think you need to try saying something to Dina to get her to see you're not a horrible person.
Or just a creepy. That's not being a horrible
Well,
person.
you know what I mean. Like, you're not some weirdo
There it
that's
is.
telling girls what you're doing all the time.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm a normal guy that does normal guy things, and I do normal guy things often. But
Okay.
Okay, stop saying normal guy things a million times, Arlo.
I'm also a normal guy, bro, just so you know.
yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
You're
Okay.
welcome.
I know too much.
No, it's not just the beginning of the date. It's how you ended it, too. Telling her you recovered.
Yeah.
Like, what is that?
In my defense, she already knew what I did before. I already told her.
Yeah.
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 So she's probably wondering if I'm ready to go, and yeah, I was.
I don't know. Dina, were you wondering that?
Is that the thought you had? Is that what was going through your mind?
No, that wasn't what was on my mind at all.
Oh, shocker.
We should have, what was on your mind, Dina?
Not that.
Yeah. Shocking.
Okay.
I mean, nobody could have guessed that in the room. All right.
It really feels like you guys are all piling on me right now, and it doesn't feel fair at all. I mean, this is what guys do. It's normal. I was just answering her question and trying to just be cool.
We're not saying the action wasn't normal.
it's
okay.
timing.
We're saying that the discussion was too much.
There it is.
And now I have images of things piling on top of each other for some reason. This is not good. We need to end this.
Gotta go do some guy stuff?
Yeah, I know. Let me just ask, Dina, would you like to go out on another date with Arlo? We'll pay for it.
Let me guess.
No.
Yeah.
I should have bet money first.
Didn't see it coming. Arlo, man, you just go hang up, go do what guys do.
Yeah, buddy.
Maybe you'll feel a little bit better.
Think about us.
Okay.
No, please don't.
No.
Please don't.
Need LASIK? Trust the experienced team at the LASIK Center at Evergreen Eye Center. No glasses, no contacts, no limits. What will you do? LASIK at evergreen.com.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
For today's second date update, Ember is on the phone, and she sent us an email saying that she looked past a deal breaker because she liked the dude that she went out with so much, but now he's not calling her back.
Uh-oh.
Proof that you shouldn't look past your deal breakers. Like my deal breaker, if I go out with a woman and she has like a family, like a healthy family dynamic. Deal breaker for me.
Red
Yeah,
flag.
gosh.
Yep.
She wants functional families and no daddy issues. Ick.
Huge red flag
Yeah.
for me. Listen, Ember said she looked past the deal breaker. We'll find out what that is in a second. But first, Ember, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm just on the edge of my seat waiting to find out maybe what happened with this date. But I'm good. I'm doing good.
Well, slide all the way back into your seat because sometimes these phone calls can take a long time. I want you to be comfortable.
Okay, I'll relax. I'll try.
Okay.
I want to give you a cramp.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about your date.
So I met the guy on a dating app. I kind of just recently started doing the dating app thing. I wasn't meeting guys as naturally anymore. So
Okay. I always think it's funny when people sound like so embarrassed by that.
It's so normal now.
But the majority of people do it. It's a normal thing.
Yeah.
I have friends who do it, and they've met guys they're really into that way.
Right.
So I thought I might as well try.
Okay.
So the guy's name on the app is Sparky. I thought it was kind of cute. Ember and Sparky, like.
wow.
I love it.
Ember.
Man.
I mean,
Just think of all the flame play on words you could have at your wedding if you guys got married.
I like how you're picking guys online too. Like his name sounds cute.
Well, I'm all about the wordplay. Not gonna
Yeah.
lie. Yeah. So,
All right. So you matched with the guy based on name alone.
well, not completely, but it was kind of what caught my attention initially.
All right. And your email said that you looked past the deal breaker. Why was the date so good that you were able to look past whatever your deal breaker is?
Well, let me tell you, like, the rundown of the date first. So we went for swing dance lessons.
Oh, fun!
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he decided on that, and I thought that was kind of cool. And
Dude, that's already a great idea. I already like Sparky. Way to go, Sparky.
And that could go really poorly if you meet some dude online. He's like, hey, I want to go swinging with you. It's, there's two things
Think of that.
that could happen from that, and it seems like you got the best result.
Or not.
Yeah, or not, depending on your preference. I don't know.
no, I definitely got the result I wanted with the swing dancing.
Okay, good.
So how are the classes?
Well, we both weren't that adept at it, but he was trying really hard to get the steps down, and I thought it was really cute that he was putting such an effort forth.
Right. So you're having fun.
Yeah, we had a good time.
Good.
And after that, we went to get dinner.
Uh-huh.
And that's when the deal breaker issue came up.
Uh-oh.
I called him Sparky, and he was like, well, actually, that's not my real name.
And you're like, yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that.
So he was like, actually, my real name is Ryan. And okay, perfectly good name, but unfortunately, my ex's name is Brian.
Oh, okay. A little too similar for you.
Yeah, we ended on real bad terms.
So wait, that's your deal breaker, is that you won't date anyone with a name similar to Brian?
Well, I didn't realize it was a deal breaker until that came up. And then, it just kind of reminds me of Brian. Like, it's only one letter off. My friends might get confused and, make jokes about it. And I don't even want to think about that past,
So wait, did you tell him that after he said that his name was Ryan?
Well, no, because I had a good time and I liked the guy. And I didn't want to be a weirdo and be like, oh, well, my ex had a very similar name, just so you know, and I hope that's okay with you.
Okay, good. I'm glad you did not say that.
Yeah, and go into great detail about how bad your breakup was with your ex. A lot of people like hearing that on a first date, so it's probably good you didn't go that route.
Yeah, I didn't want to go into detail or even bring up any ex, because obviously that's not cool, so I was willing to overlook it.
So how did the date end after the name thing?
He gave me a hug. I totally forgot about the Ryan Brian thing for the rest of the time we were together. Good. I have real issues when it comes to this.
Yeah. When he said his name, you had a look of disgust, and you actually went, blech.
I hate you.
Right. My face tends to give away my emotions sometimes more than I'd like it to. So
Maybe it was taking a little too long to order, and you stood up, and you're like, you never know what you want when we get here. You're always changing your mind, Brian. This is another problem with you.
Right. Maybe the PTSD kicked in. I don't know.
Okay, well, we'll find out. We'll play a song, come back, and then call him and get your second date update, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Deal breakers are kind of a funny subject when you talk about dating. Like, Brooke, do you have any deal breakers?
No, I was always pretty open.
So basically, if that guy wouldn't sleep with you, the guy wouldn't sleep with you, that's a deal breaker?
Yeah, I dated guys with missing front teeth, ones that lived in their car. I mean, hey, I was willing to look past really anything.
Literally.
Yeah.
Very accepting.
I would not say that it's a good thing, but it was my thing.
People tend to be a little bit more particular, like Amber, who's on the phone for a second date update right now, and she was willing to look past a deal breaker to try to get another date with the dude we're about to call. Just to remind everybody, Amber went out with a guy named Sparky. That's his nickname. She didn't know that his real name is actually Ryan, and it's really close to her ex-boyfriend's name, Brian. And that was the deal breaker. She felt really uncomfortable about that, but she was still like, whatever, I'm going to still try to go out with this guy. And now he's not calling her back.
Amber, when we were talking earlier, I didn't hear, what do you like so much about Ryan? Like, why were you willing to look past this deal breaker?
We just got along. He seemed smart. We had great conversation, and I just thought there was a spark. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, you were giddy, is what you were saying.
I liked him. I was into it. Nice.
Until he reminded you of your ex. And then...
But it was just a name, nothing beyond that.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we'll give him a call right now and see if we can figure out why he's not calling you back. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Ryan?
This is Ryan.
Ryan, how are you, man? My name is Jubal from a radio show called Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
What is that?
The radio show Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's the show where we do fun and wacky calls. I don't know if you've heard it before.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess I've heard of you guys.
Okay, cool. Have you heard any of the fun and wacky calls we do? Because that's kind of what we're known for, fun and wacky calls. So this is one of them.
God, that sounds so lame when you describe it like that.
I mean, is it going to be fun or is it going to be wacky?
Who knows? Maybe both.
What's going on? I don't really get why everyone's laughing.
I can understand that. It probably makes no sense to you at all. Well, we do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update, and you went out on a date with a woman named Ember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ember.
And Ember emailed us because she said she liked going out with you, but she hasn't heard back, so she's wondering if she did something wrong.
I don't know if I should talk about that.
Can you at least tell us whether or not you had a good time on your date with Ember? I mean, that's not really that personal.
Yeah, I guess we had an okay time.
Oh, what a sell.
Sounds
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah,
Man.
that sounds like you were miserable the entire date, were you?
I wasn't miserable. I guess I was just kind of confused.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. Ember emailed us because she's willing to hear whatever you have to say. She wants to know.
She said that she wants to know the reason.
Yeah.
She's actually the one that's confused. She thought you guys had a fantastic time.
So can you just tell us what you were confused about? Like, if it's not embarrassing about you.
Okay. I mean, I show up and she's all orange.
Orange?
Orange?
Like the color?
Yeah, like the color.
Like a bad spray tan or something?
I mean, amongst other things, yeah. Like her skin was orange, her hair was orange, and all her clothes were orange.
Her hair was even orange?
What?
Yeah.
So wait, is that different from what her profile pic was on her dating account?
Well, I mean, she had like orange hair in her picture, but like I couldn't see her clothes. Like her clothes weren't orange, you know?
Okay, but so she has orange hair and then she decided to wear orange on your date.
Yeah. She wore
a maniac. Ryan. I don't even know how you felt safe.
I mean, it's not that bad. It's just strange that like everything's orange, you know?
So wait, literally orange, the color orange is the reason that you don't want to go out with her again?
Yeah, and it wasn't just that she was wearing all orange. She ordered orange food for dinner.
What?
What do you mean?
What kind of orange food?
I mean, like she ordered carrots. Like we went out to dinner, she ordered carrots.
Okay, so she likes carrots. What else?
Okay, so she ordered carrots, then she ordered butternut squash soup.
That's particular.
Yeah, that's very particular and
Which,
very
I mean, they're
orange.
both those are both like apps. That's not a meal. She ordered like 2 apps. That's not even, you know.
Which is a crime in and of itself. Like, get an entree for God's sakes.
Yeah, I mean, it's clear she's going out of her way to order orange food.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And she never brought up her obsession with orange.
No, she just like went on like she was dressed like a normal person and like didn't have orange hair and orange skin and acted normal.
Are you curious at all why the orange?
I mean, yeah, like obviously I wanted to know, but like I couldn't ask her. It's like a rude thing to ask on a date. It's like, why are you all orange? You know?
Yeah, I guess that is kind of rude.
Yeah.
But I know how we can figure it out because she is actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you right now.
Wait, what?
Yeah, probably on an orange phone. I'm not sure. But Ember, are you still there?
Yeah. Hi, Ryan. What's up?
Oh my God, I'm sorry. I had no idea you were there.
Well, I am. So.
Ember, are you obsessed with orange, or did it just happen to be a day where you wore an orange outfit because it matched?
I mean, I don't think I'm obsessed with orange. I like orange. I like to match. Sometimes I wear orange, sometimes I don't. I wanted to show my personality, and my favorite color is orange.
But like, why did you order orange food then? Like, did you do that on purpose? Were you trying to send a message?
No, a message to who? The other orange people? Like,
I'm letting everybody in this restaurant know that I'm down for the orange.
I mean, you just kind of went on like you're dressed like a normal person, but you're not. You're an orange person.
I'm not an orange person. I like the color orange. I thought it looked good on me. And yeah, orange is one of my favorite colors. Why is that a problem?
Sorry, it's just like overwhelming. I showed up and like you're all orange, and it just took me by surprise.
Seriously, your deal breaker is that I wore orange? Because I had a deal breaker too, and I looked past mine.
What was your deal breaker?
It was your name. I just got out of a bad relationship a little while ago with someone named Brian, so it's a little close to home, the whole Ryan thing.
Okay, well that's like one little thing. Like your whole life is orange. That's different.
My whole life is not orange, but I looked past my deal breaker. That's the point of what I'm trying to say. You need to be able to look past the orange thing.
I'm trying. I don't know. I don't know what the extent of your orangeness is.
I don't understand this argument. Like, we're arguing about a color, literally, the color of my outfit, the color of the food, like, whatever. I mean, I thought we had a good time. Didn't you have a good time, Ryan?
I guess I did, but I don't know if I can, like, look past this.
What? Are you being serious, Ryan? Like, what if she was wearing all black? I mean, that's something people do all the time, or all blue, or all red.
Yeah, well, you know, like, purple's my favorite color, but you don't see me wearing all purple and, like, ordering eggplant, you know? I guess it's just the fact that, like, she never talked about it, and I felt like I couldn't ask about it, and, like, it was all I could think about is just, like, why she was all orange, you know?
So I'm telling you now, it was honestly just a coincidence that it all happened that way. I just like the color orange, not 24/7 orange. It's just you happen to catch me on an orange day, I guess. Can't you look
Yeah,
past that?
Ryan, you caught her on an orange day. Let's try and do a different color. Would you go out with Ember one more time for a second date? We'll pay for it.
I don't know.
What if she didn't wear orange?
Yeah. I mean, that's a really simple solution.
Yeah, I won't wear orange if you go out with me again. Like, wasn't I like a juicy, like hot orange at least?
I mean, if you wear, like, a mix of colors, you know, like a normal, like a diversity of colors.
Yeah, I can do that.
If you have a diverse outfit.
So Ember, you're willing to go through your closet and see if you have multiple colors to wear that night, so you're not wearing all of one color. You're sure you have that ability?
Oh my God, I'm not colorblind, okay? I definitely have that ability, so I'm putting myself out there. Would you please go out with me again? I think we could get past this issue.
Oh, see?
Okay, yes.
Okay,
That's
cool.
a yes, you'll do it?
Gosh.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Awesome.
Hey, aren't you glad that worked out?
Oh, man.
Too soon.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
The guy calling in for a second date update today says he and his date got physical on the first date. And by physical, I mean they beat each other up a bit.
What?
Just a little bit of beating each other up.
Wait, that was a good thing?
Oh, my gosh.
Apparently they met in a Krav Maga class.
What's Krav Maga?
It's like a self-defense thing.
Oh.
Okay.
So I'm just picturing this playing in the background when they met while they just like duke it out for a little while and then go, let's go out for beers after. I don't know. We'll find out right now though. His name is Rob. What's up, Rob?
Hey, yeah, no, it's not Kung Fu, it's Krav Maga. It's the Israeli martial art developed in the army. Basically, it's all about hitting the weak points of people and causing the most damage. They say you don't want to cause pain, you want to cause damage.
So it's basically like any women that take the class, it just shows them to hit a dude in the junk over and over again.
Yeah, basically. And the throat.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Junk
that
and
works for
throat.
dudes too. Like they would also be opted to hit in the
Yeah, 'cause
junk.
a lot of attackers are bigger than you, so.
Sounds like a pretty easy class to teach. Just
Yeah.
hit people in the junk.
Maybe the eyes.
Take your foot.
I mean, there's more to it than that, but yeah, essentially.
So you met her in this class. What's her name?
Her name's Dana.
Dana. And how did you end up asking her out?
I mean, we've been partnered up. We're kind of, I mean, she was newer. She said she's doing it for fitness. I've been doing it for a little while. because I don't know, I actually got robbed, so I've been trying to like learn how to defend against that and like kill people with my hands. I haven't killed anyone yet.
Wait,
but-
you want to kill someone over?
No, only if they try to rob me again.
Okay, don't take this guy's cell phone.
Yeah, the way you said that,
That
sounded
is-
like you
Just trying to kill people.
just can't wait to go and snap somebody's neck.
no.
I'm turning my body into a lethal weapon.
So you got robbed and decided to take this class.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I met her. She's been doing it for a little bit, and so
And I assume there's a lot of girls in the class because most self-defense classes are majority women.
yeah, there's a lot. It's actually pretty much like 50% women. Sometimes it's like more women than guys in that class.
It's a good way to meet women.
I mean, that's not why I went, but yeah, it is.
It's also a good way to get punched in the junk for being a little too forward with a woman.
Yeah.
She didn't punch you in the junk though. She went out with you.
Yeah. I asked her out, and she decided to go out with me after class.
Nice. And what did you guys do?
Well, we drove around for a bit, and
Sounds exciting.
Yeah.
well, I just wanted to talk to her in the car. I don't know, it's a good conversation place.
That is weird. You purposely drove around just so you could talk to her longer?
Well, we were gonna go somewhere for a day, but we just couldn't really pick a place, so we've been kind of driving for like an hour.
Whoa.
And then we decided, I don't know, so we were like talking about getting like a movie or something from Redbox and just watching it over at my place.
And you were like, no, sorry, I don't do dates outside of the car. I can't do it. Did the Redbox date happen? Did you guys go back to your place?
Yeah, we went back to my place. Good. All right, so here's the thing. Like, I know this kind of sounds cliche and everything, but like I do live at my mom's house. I'm in the basement. There's like a separate entrance, so like I don't have. It's my mom's house, but I do have privacy.
No, it's not, dude. It's your house. You have your own door.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have your own door, dude. That's a completely different place.
It doesn't sound cliche. It sounds just like a turnoff.
Was she turned off by that, you think?
Well, I didn't really tell her about it until we were at the door of the separate entrance.
Good idea.
But if it was a basement apartment, why would you have to tell her at all? Like,
I don't know. I just kind of wanted her to. I like being honest. I just wanted to be upfront with her right away.
okay, I can respect that.
It's better to let her know that and be like, I got my own apartment. And then she finds out that it's actually at your mom's place.
Yeah.
So once you were in your place, was everything cool?
Yeah, we watched the movie. It went well. Things started to pick up and happen after the movie. She spent the night.
Oh, she did?
Hey!
Dude, that's always nerve-wracking when you're spending the night at someone's mom's house. Like, is the mom going to come down? Should I be clothed the entire time? What if I have a run-in?
Well, I mean, she does kind of give me my privacy, so it doesn't. That luckily didn't happen.
You'd have to run upstairs and clear it with her?
No.
Okay.
Did she have to do the walk of shame and your mom saw her?
No, well, that's the thing was the next morning. I mean, that's where things felt kind of weird. Like, the whole date seemed great up until the next morning.
What happened?
So I woke up, and I saw her, like, walking out the door, and I was just like, where are you going? And then she said that she called a friend to come pick her up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then she was just like, go back to bed.
Oh.
Like, nicely or mean?
I couldn't really tell. It was just kind of like an awkward thing. And then I just haven't been able to get a hold of her.
Huh.
Like, I haven't seen her in class or anything. She just, like, hasn't been going to class. I called her, and one time she did pick up. She was, like, just kind of silent for a bit. Like, she didn't even, like, talk to me at all, and then she just hung up the phone.
Ooh.
Oh, so she accidentally picked up.
That's what it seemed like, yeah.
Okay.
Why do you think she doesn't want to talk to you so badly?
I don't know. I mean, I don't think it was that bad. It was pretty good.
Every man's worst fear. But it can't be the mom's house because she stayed the night.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. She wouldn't have stayed over in the first place.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Some people like to get intimate underneath the stars. Some people like to do it under the covers. And others, like Rob, who's on the phone for a second date update right now, like to get intimate under their mom.
Oh, no, dude, you can't say it like
But
that.
it's accurate.
Upstairs, because she lives upstairs. And that's exactly what happened when Rob went out with Dana. Apparently they met in a Krav Maga class, the self-defense thingy. what do you call it? Self-defense thingy? Is that right, Rob? I don't feel like that's right.
It's a self-defense martial art.
Martial art.
He
That's a
was
better
gonna
way
go
to say
thingy,
it.
too.
Yeah.
He almost did thingy.
I know. It's not very scary when you say it like that. Back up. I know that self-defense thingy called Krav Maga. So anyway, they met there, and that night ended up going back to his place. They hooked up a little bit. And then in the morning, all he remembers is her saying, I had my friend come pick me up, go back to bed. And that's the last time he's talked to her. He even tried to call her once, and she picked up the phone and then hung up on him. So we know she's not very happy with you for some reason, Rob.
Yeah.
I never heard how much alcohol was involved in your one night fling.
0. We didn't have any alcohol.
Whoa, you didn't drink?
Sober? Whoa.
That's never
Sober
happened.
one night stand.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know those existed.
Dude, you must be hot, Rob.
Yeah.
You get a sober one night stand in your mom's basement?
Yeah, I'm with
Jeez.
Jubal on that one.
He's a unicorn.
How are you not getting called back?
That's what I mean, man. I'm a catch.
Yeah.
I guess.
All right. Well, I'm going to dial her phone number right now and see if we can figure out what happened, okay?
All right.
All right.
Hello.
Hi, may I speak to Dana, please?
Yeah, this is Dana.
Hey, Dana, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
I'm sorry, what?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. It's weird.
Yeah, you said your own name.
Say my own name
Strange.
strange, I know.
Yes.
What's the deal with all the people? I don't.
Hi, Dana.
You're kind of like in a conference call right now.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, what's going on with that?
Well, it's a radio show. It's called Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
I'm still confused, but okay.
Well, we do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. And you recently went out with a listener of ours. His name is Rob.
Okay.
And Rob emailed us because he told us about how you met and how you hung out at his place or his mom's place. And then you left and have never called him. And he said he even called you at one point and you picked up and hung up on him.
Well, I mean, I didn't mean to hang up on him. I mean, like, I didn't want to answer, but I felt bad hanging up on him.
Okay, so, yeah, you didn't want to hang up on the guy until you accidentally answered his phone call, and then you were forced to hang up on him.
Yeah, which was not good, I know.
Why did you hang up on him?
I really didn't want to talk to him.
Yeah, we got that. I mean, that's usually why you hang up on someone. But was there a reason you didn't want to talk to him?
I don't know. I didn't have a very good date with him, so I was kind of wanting to move on.
What was so bad about the date?
Well, I don't know what Rob told you. I don't know how much you guys know, but you've mentioned the mom's house, so that right there should be kind of an indicator that I don't want to go back.
Yeah.
You don't want to go back to his mom's house?
No, not really. Not really.
Okay, though, come on. That could be kind of judgy because you stayed the night there, so you didn't have that much of a problem with it the night of.
Well, I stayed the night because I liked him. I mean, he was nice. He was cute. I liked him. That's why I stayed over.
Uh-huh.
But why hang up on him now? Like,
he's now ugly and mean.
what did he do?
Yeah.
It wasn't anything that he did. That it's just one of those dates you want to forget about.
Oh, wait.
You want to forget about it?
Yeah. I'd rather just pretend it didn't happen.
Oh, so there is regret involved.
Was he that bad in bed?
I don't really want to go into that.
Oh my God, that's a yes.
Oh, no.
That is a yes. I know it.
No. I mean, that wasn't the problem. The problem was, this is so embarrassing. Okay, here's what happened. So I agreed to stay over, and I realized a little bit too late that I didn't have anything, like any clothes to sleep in.
Okay.
And he offered to let me borrow something.
Uh-huh.
So I said, okay, that's fine. And he goes upstairs, and he brings down this nightgown.
No.
What?
I don't even want to know the future of this.
A nightgown?
Why would he not just give you a T-shirt of his?
Who wears nightgowns?
I don't know. That's what I thought he was going to do. Nope. He went upstairs. He brings down this little flowery white, like knee-length nightgown with like frills on the end. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Where do you think he got the nightgown from?
Well, he went upstairs, so why don't you guess?
He brought you his mom's nightgown?
He brought me his mom's nightgown. Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Which means he's okay sleeping with someone who's wearing his mom's nightgown.
Yeah, apparently.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What did you say? Did you say anything?
I didn't really know what to say, so I just kind of said, "Oh, thanks," and just okay, good night. Just forget about it.
Wait, did you wear it?
I did wear it. Yeah, I couldn't say no.
You slept in his mom's nightgown.
Dude,
I didn't know what else to do.
No wonder you want to forget the date.
Yeah.
I just forgot about it.
Did he compliment you on how well you filled it out or anything?
No. Oh my God, I would cry.
What if he ripped it right off of his mom's body? Like she's up there watching reruns of something, he just grabs it from her like, I need this for my date, Mom.
I mean, I could see how it'd be an innocent mistake, but it's still like the biggest turnoff ever.
I know. And like, I just feel as though like he should have just thought, wow, this is weird. Like why did that not occur to him? That this is a little weird.
That is a very good question, Dana, and a question I think we should ask him directly. And he is on the other line listening and wants to talk to you, so we can actually do that.
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
He's on the other line listening.
No, he's not.
Yes, I am.
Oh my God.
Look, now that you guys are saying this, I'm really embarrassed about the night.
Yeah, well, you should be embarrassed. That's embarrassing. That's
okay,
embarrassing.
so like, here's the thing. Like, I thought it would be like a nice thing. Like, I thought like it's a nice nightgown. It's really like that was an expensive nightgown. And my mom doesn't use it too much, so it's clean. It's not like she just wore it last night.
How do you even know the frequency of your mom's nightgowns? That's weird right there.
Her rotation, her nightgown rotation.
Oh my God, but like you had T-shirts.
Yeah, but like I thought you wanted something like nice and comfortable to sleep in, like something that
I was
like
sleeping on a
pretty.
pull-out couch in your mom's basement. Why would I want something nice to sleep in?
You didn't mention it was a pull-out couch.
You don't have a bed?
No, but my pull-out couch is really nice, just like my mom's nightgown.
Dude.
Oh my God.
I won't even do a futon, a pull-out couch in your mom's basement. I don't even know what to do with that.
No, you'd be surprised how many women have slept down there in the past. But I want to focus on this, though. I don't want to talk about.
You know, you'd be surprised how many women have worn my mom's nightie.
No, all right, you guys are like taking this all out of context and twisting my word. Okay, look, I was trying to do something nice, okay? But now you're saying I'm like this like creepy guy who lives in my mom's basement who gives girls like nightgowns and
Take
like,
away creepy guy, and that's exactly what you're doing.
Yeah.
Maybe keep it.
You sound like a nice dude, but it's kind of weird, man.
I'm not like wearing their skin. I'm not like Buffalo Bill. Like,
But seriously, how does it not register on your creepy factor that you're giving your mom's nightgown to a girl you're sleeping with?
because it's a woman's nightgown. They're like, it's like a pearly, nice nightgown for women. I could have that or something.
For your mom.
Yeah. You know what? Dana wouldn't give her dad's underwear to you. I can guarantee that.
There you go.
Yeah, no, I would not.
Well, if she would have, I would have appreciated the thought.
Yeah, this is getting really weird. I can't.
Yeah, it is.
All right, in that case, Dana, I'd like to ask you if you'll go out on a second date with Rob. We will pay for it.
No, I will not go out on a second date with Rob.
Did you hear me say we'll pay for it, though? Free date.
No, I'm sorry. I'm not going out with him.
Even throw on a brand new nightgown.
New or used?
Probably going to have to be used at this point.
You know what? I don't even want to go out there anyway. Like, I don't want to be with a girl that doesn't appreciate a guy who does nice things for her.
There you go.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry you didn't get your second date. But, Rob, there are plenty of other women out there who can't wait to put on your mom's nightie, for sure.
Yeah, I'm sure.
All right, well, this is why chivalry is dead.
Chivalry?
Exactly.
Chivalry
This
in
is the
your mom's
moment that chivalry died. Because Dana had a problem putting on your mom's nightgown.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592 says, that's it, I'm staying single forever. Talking about today's second date update. If you missed it, you probably shouldn't have. It was extremely weird. But Rob wanted to call Dana, couldn't figure out why she wasn't calling back after they hooked up. And the reason she wasn't calling back was because he lives with his mom downstairs in his own place. It's like his own place, okay? Not necessarily his mom's house.
Yeah,
that's the way he said it. It is his mom's house.
It's
But
his mom's
anyway,
house.
he lives
They have
downstairs,
family portraits
and
on the
she
wall.
needed some clothes to wear because she was sleeping over. So he ran upstairs and grabbed one of his mom's nightgowns and gave that to her so that she would have something to sleep in. And that creeped her out, and she did not want to see him
Hey,
again.
there are some people coming to his defense. You guys blew that way out of proportion. One text message says, yeah, the nightgown was a nice gesture. I'd go out with him if I was single.
That's what hoodies are for. We have hoodies and gym shorts.
Don't worry. I think it was his mom texting in, so I think we're good.
Somebody else texted in at 78592. It says, sounds like a game of who wore it better. She did not want to go out with him again. And most people on the text message board say that it's pretty creepy to lend somebody your mom's nightgown.
Yeah, or any clothing of your mother.
Yeah, really it is. Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back, even if they're uncomfortable with wearing your mom's PJs. I don't understand that one bit.
Moving 92.5.